Hi, my name is Bargenda, incoming SCSU class of 2030, mechanical engineering major. Ever since I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to create. I wanted to be the one at the end of it all to be able to say, this was my idea. And that's exactly why I'm interested in the Lavin program. I want to set myself up and prepare as much as possible for what the future has to come. With the growth of AI and the up and coming quantum computing, I can combine my use of resources and mentorship to turn an idea into a reality. One of the biggest mistakes I've ever made was taking my own knowledge for granted. While in class listening to my business professor's lecture, I had noticed that I had already learned the material through an out-of-school experience. There was an up-and-coming test on Friday, and throughout the week, I made the mistake of not listening to my professor or paying attention to my homework. The result? A bad grade. I was so confident in what I had thought I had already knew that I decided not to study. Turns out my professor went way more in depth into the content than I had ever done outside of school. That's why today, before I start anything, I come out with a detailed plan and schedule to make sure all of my tasks get done well and on time. Yes, I do believe that starting as soon as possible and not waiting for a perfect moment is essential. But that's what a plan is for. Start today, plan for the future. The achievement that I'm most proud of is being a student athlete, but not just any student athlete. I graduated summa cum laude from my high school, and I was playing semi-professional soccer at the age of 16. These two honors go hand in hand because I use the same exact method to keep a GPA of 4.25 while simultaneously reaching the top 0.1% of all soccer players my age in the entire world. I call it the tryout method. I observed how other people train, how other people study, what too many people are doing, and what people aren't doing enough. If you're using a strategy that is making you successful, which no one else is doing, keep it for yourself. A magician never reveals a secret. When it's all said and done, I hope to get two things out of the Lavin program: knowledge and connections. I don't expect to come out of this program knowing how the rest of my entrepreneurial career will look like for the rest of my life. Knowledge and connections in a specific field are arguably the most important and valuable resources you can have. Knowledge is power, and two minds are greater than one. So when you have power and you multiply it, you become unstoppable. You should select me for the Lavin Entrepreneurship program because I'm a person who learns from my experiences. At Lavin, I will dedicate my time into building deep connections within the other students in the program. In doing that, I can make Lavin a much more open-minded program and in turn, help students make connections that could be life-changing. It's not what Lavin can do for me, but it's what we can do for each other.